What's up, Fast Gang, and welcome back to the fifth and final part of the 5-part series. This is just going to be about the overall drive of the car. So this is basically going to be like rounding up everything that I've said in the past 4 videos and then talk about this car, I guess, in comparison to the 1 series like as a whole. So yeah, this is going to be like the rounding up type part of the series. So with this car, how is it to have? It's obvious, like, it's a really nice car to have, it's a really nice car to drive. Just being inside the cabin, it just makes you feel so alive, it just makes you feel so comfortable, and I don't know, there's just a vibe of it. Like I said earlier, someone once said to me that it's an experience, and I can really feel that. Like, this is beyond any other hatchback that's in the game right now, including BMW's 1 Series and Audi's A3. So yeah, this is a really top-notch car. In terms of actually physically driving it, how does it feel? It feels nice to drive. Like, it's really smooth. Again, Faisal as well, he's not even a petrol head. One of the first things he said when he got into this car was it feels really smooth. Like, the drive feels really smooth, so that's really cool. I guess Mercedes suspension, again, they go for like the more luxury type of drive, so you can see why it will feel like that compared to the BMW especially, which would be like the more driver focused, you know, sportier type car. One thing I noticed as well is that Faisal noticed this as well, that the steering feels a bit more sharper on the BMW. Again, the more driver focused car. This is only, it's not that much, but it's only slightly less sharper, I would say. In terms of raw fun, it's really hard to say what car I feel more fun in, because this car, well, first of all, the BMW's like, it's rear wheel drive, so drifting, you know, power slide and all that kind of stuff, I can't get that from this car, which is annoying. But then this car, it's got more horsepower and it's automatic, so it's faster. So it's kind of like, where do you find the fun in your driving? So it's really hard. I think that's like the hardest comparison to make between the two, the actual fun of driving. Because in all honesty, I really do miss drifting. Like, it's something that just gets my heart racing, like adrenaline pumping like no other thing. Like, even speeding or whatever motorways, like that can't compare to drifting. Like, there's if you've drifted before, or you're a drifter, or you have a rear wheel drive car and you've had it, you know, slip out a bit, you know what I'm talking about. There's just a different kind of feeling for that. So I guess after saying that, I guess I kind of realized that the BMW is slightly more fun to drive. Yeah, we're just gonna go with that. But this is, honestly, it is really fun to drive. It's really nice to drive as well. Everything feels great. The materials all feel great. The steering wheel feels great. I complained about the Aygo having a really thin steering wheel. This isn't like that. I think it's slightly thinner than the BMW, but it's okay. Like, I've never like felt like I needed extra grip on it. The wheel's heavier than the BMW in eco mode as well, which is something to be pointed out. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I feel like it doesn't really matter. The only reason why it could have been a bad thing in the BMW is because, again, it was rear wheel drive. But at the same time, if it's in eco mode, you're probably not going to slip out anyway. So, you know, because you're not using the car's full power, unless it was raining. So yeah, that's just that. That's just a thought to put out there. But suspension, it's a very stable car to drive. It's not like an Audi and no Quattro, but it's cool enough. In corners though, it does feel a bit weird. I feel like I'm so used to driving the BMW that, like, when I go through corners, I feel like the way I turn the car is still, like, in my memory, I'm still driving the BMW. So it feels weird when I'm going through corners. I don't know what exactly it is, but going through corners in this car feels so flipping weird compared to the BMW. But again, I had the BMW for 2 years, so maybe I'm just used to that feeling of how I'm supposed to put a car in the corner. I don't know, maybe I'll get used to it. I don't know, we'll see. I've only had a car for a bit. What is annoying though, when I go over certain speed, not the long speed bumps, but you know, the really small, like, island speed bumps, there's a disgusting sound that happens from, like, underneath the car. I think because the car's not as wide as the BMW, so, like, I guess that, I don't know if it's the underneath of the car or the insides of the rims of the tires scratch. I get it sounds so disgusting. So when I go over those speed bumps, the island speed bumps, I have to, like, slow the car right down, like, to flip in 4, 5, 6 miles an hour, because I hate that sound. It just sounds so disgusting. I never got that in the BMW, but you know, it is what it is. Although it is a 1.3, it is faster than the BMW, quite a lot faster actually. Like, even in eco mode, like, this thing really does move. It's not a supercar, it's not a sports car, nothing crazy, but comparing to the BMW, this thing does move quite a lot. It's nice using the paddles as well, going up to red line. Oh, here's another thing that's in the video. When I test drove the car, there was a problem with the shift. So in first gear, when I would redline and then shift, it was so disgusting. It would like kind of lag the car, and then it wouldn't really shift for like a hot minute, and then it would shift. It was foul, but thank God it didn't happen to my car. It was just a test driven car, so I'm so happy about that. And yeah, literally it's just a really nice car to drive overall. Like, there's not too many things I can complain about with this car. I'm loving it so far. I could definitely see myself being in this car for a good couple more years. But like with any car, there's things I like about the car and things I don't like about the car. So here we go. You already know what it is. It's the top 5 things I like about the car and the top 5 things I dislike about the car. So let's get straight into it. Top 5 things I like about this car. Number 1, the looks. Like, it's again self-explanatory. Like, I don't have to say too much about this. Like, the car looks beautiful inside and out, especially inside. Yeah. Number 1 is the looks. Number 2, the infotainment / tech. Again, self-explanatory. There's so much to do in this car. There's so many cool things, features, stuff, the app that I haven't even flipping set up yet. And like, it's turned this whole video into a 5-part video. So you could just guess like how crazy it is to be inside this. Like, all the infotainment and all the cool stuff inside it, the tech inside it, it's just crazy. So I have to give that to number 2. Like, the tech in here is honestly flipping mind-blowing and crazy and way out of its league, but it's here, I ain't complaining. Number 2, the infotainment / the tech. Number 3, the comfort. This kind of comes from a bit of the infotainment, but as well as the like physical things in the car. Again, Mercedes to me is the more comfort luxury type brand, so it really does show. Being in here, it's nice, it's comfortable, you get your lumbar support. The infotainment and the tech help make it comfortable, because remember, comfort isn't just like the physical thing, it's all these extra things that you can do without having to lift a finger. So again, I can say, hey, car name brand, turn on my heated seats. I don't even have to move my hand off the steering wheel to do that. I don't have to take my eyes off the road to do that. It's comfortable. You got your mood lighting. I guess that's a mental thing, but you know, if you turn it to your favorite colors or a relaxing color, it's just gonna help you feel comfortable. Electric seats, all kinds of stuff. Again, I don't really need to explain everything, but it's really comfortable in here. Number 3, the comfort of this car. Number 4, the space of this car. I don't have people complaining anymore that there's no space in the back. Please, can you move a chair forward? Blah, 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 blah. It's all done. Them days are done. People are loving the space in the car, so I have to give it as number 4, the space in the car. And finally, number 5, the engine. It's not necessarily the engine per se, but just the fact that as times have changed, like, we've managed to be able to put 2 liters worth of power in a 1.3 liter engine. It's just crazy. I don't know, you just feel proud. I just feel like proud of humanity that we've been able to do something. So not necessarily the actual engine, but the fact that it's such a small engine and it's doing such big things. Like I said before, this car is faster than my 1 Series, which was a 1.6, and this is a 1.3 putting out 2 liters worth of power. So yeah, number 5, I have to give it to the engine. And then the top 5 things I don't like about this car, we're going to start off with number 1, which is the engine. Again, yeah, it's a 1.3, so it's not that loud. It's not a flipping big, beefy, fucking 3 liter engine. You know, as a petrol head, it should be obvious why I'm upset that it's not a actual 2 liter engine, which I wish it was. But, you know, give and take, give and take. Number 1 of the 5 things I don't like about this car, it's a 1.3 liter. Number 2 is 4-wheel drive. Again, self-explanatory. If you're a Beamer driver or any sort of rear-wheel drive driver, you just know the fun that comes with rear-wheel drive cars, the danger that comes with it, the possibility that you might slip out. No more drifting. It's just so sad. Like, honestly, like, I can't even explain to you how much I miss drifting. Like, the experience and the thrill and the adrenaline you get from drifting is completely different to anything you can do in a car. Maybe it's just because I haven't driven supercars yet, because obviously, like, I know the acceleration can be a crazy thing, but I haven't driven anything that fast yet. So as of right now, drifting is like my number 1, you know, thing for excitement in the car, and I can't do it no more because this is front wheel drive, so I'm upset. But you know, it is what it is, Mercedes. I'm upset with you for that. Number 3, is that number 3? I hope it's number 3. It's front wheel drive. Fuck. No, it's number 2. It's front wheel drive. Fuck. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. Number 3. I don't even, this one is just gonna annoy me so much. This thing here is the devil, okay? Okay, this, I don't think this is gonna focus. I might have to take a picture of it and just put it on the screen. What this is here, yeah? This is the fucking devil, and I've hated it ever since I've ever touched it. This is the Prindle, the gear stick, the gear selector, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and it's the worst thing ever. I don't know why Mercedes haven't. Well, I know why they have, but I don't like it at all. I'd rather just have a gear selector somewhere here in the middle, like BMW. I know a lot of people say, oh, but it's clunky, it takes up space in the thing. That's cool, I get that. I completely understand that, but what about doing something like Aston Martin, where they have like the buttons, or McLaren have it as well. They have like just buttons, PRND, somewhere in the center console. This is just so stupid and so annoying. Like, unless I'm doing something wrong, someone's gonna have to tell me, because if you ever want to reverse, right? If you want to bang a 3-point turn with this thing, it is the longest process ever. You're flipping the thing up, it doesn't want to go into reverse, it's just bare fiddly. It's just so flipping annoying. Like, I just want to be able to do my 3-point turn in 1.2 seconds. Now I'm here doing it for 10 seconds. There's hella mans behind me in the road beeping. It's just so annoying. Like, I can't get over how much I hate this thing. Like, this needs to go. Like, this is one thing Mercedes, like, out of the 5 things in this car that I don't like, this is honestly the worst. It annoys me so flipping much every single day when I have to touch it. This gear stick just needs to go, Mercedes. I'm sorry, I'm not fucking with this at all. So number 3, literally the worst thing in this car, the gear selector. No, big no, Mercedes. Never again. Stop doing it. Stop. Number 4, the safety in this car. I know this is gonna sound kind of dumb, but going back to the point about why I didn't get the advanced drive whatever package, even with this package, the car starts to go haywire sometimes, and it's a bit annoying. It says all the it senses that all the danger around it is a lot closer than it really is, so that's super flipping annoying, because the sensors just start going off at random times. In the Beamer, I feel like personally the Beamer had the best parking sensors out of any other car I've driven so far. I feel like it was just the most realistic, I guess. And I think it's been said as well that the BMWs have like the best kind of parking system out there so far. Yeah, the stuff just kind of goes haywire for no reason. It says everything's a lot closer than it really is. It's similar to the Range Rover. I complained about that. You'll just be reversing and like the wall's like 5 feet away, and then it's saying that the wall's right behind you, and then you get out and look and you're like, okay, but no. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. It's annoying as well when you're driving and like you're kind of near a car and then it's just beeping really loud and you're like, bro, I'm trying to listen to my Lil Wayne, what's going on? And then people crossing the road. But I guess it's just safety. I'm glad I didn't get the other thing, because it would have been way worse. But number 4, the safety of this car. Number 5, this actually happened to me when I was recording the video the first time, and I couldn't really think of a 5th thing, and then literally as I couldn't think of it, this happened. This is a bit annoying. It's still saying you're calling me, but I've already picked up. I don't know what's going on, but hold on, let me call you back, because this is annoying. I don't know what it's doing. So yeah, as you can see, I don't know what happened, but Maths called me, and then I picked up on the infotainment, and then it picked up on my phone, but then it was still ringing on the infotainment, so it was kind of like a little glitch, a little lag. I don't really know what happened. Sometimes there is problems with the infotainment. Luckily there hasn't been like any really bad problems. Sometimes the screen's just not worked, but like it hasn't been responsive. But I shut the car off and I put it back on and it does work. Also, another thing is, every time I say the M word, as in the name brand of the car, it comes up with the, what's it called, the AI system, whatever the thing's called, I'm just going to say it, the Hey Mercedes system. Every time I say the name of the brand, it just comes up, and it is a bit annoying, because if I'm like mid-conversation and then, or if when I was filming this, like the amount of times this happened in this video has been really annoying, but, you know, that's just it. So, number 5, I'll say like, the defects of the infotainment. Sometimes the infotainment can be a bit buggy, so that's going to be number 5 for this. So there you have it, people. After filming this video twice and being super tired, and it's now like 2 AM because I had to film this video. That's it. That is the 5th part of the 5-part series of the review of my first month driving this brand new A-Class. Again, there was a lot to talk about in this video, so the video has had to be split in 5 parts, but I enjoyed doing it. There was so much to talk about. I'm super tired. I honestly just want to go home right now, but I need you guys to do me a favor. You already know what it is. You need to drop a like, you need to drop a comment, you need to drop a subscribe, and when you're dropping a comment, you need to tell me your top 5 favorite things about this car. Your 5 favorite things, not mine. And then your top 5 worst things about this car. So yeah, do that for me, guys. Hit the comments. get typing, show some love to the video, follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat, that's going to be on the screen here somewhere. Watch the previous videos if you haven't, the other 4 parts if you can. If you only want to watch one video, make sure you watch the 4th video, because that's pretty much the best video and it has the most, I guess, information in it. Watch the collection video if you haven't already done that. Just go through my channel, watch all the videos, have fun, subscribe. There's a whole lot of content on all sorts of different stuff, not just car stuff. But yeah, that is me, a really tired me who is out. Yeah, peace guys, thanks for watching. Lash on the nightlife.